For students who are reporting to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology to begin their academic journey, the feeling of gaining admission into such an institution is great. Although they are yet to settle after going through all the necessary registration and orientation exercises, the strike declared by UTAG has rather dampened their enthusiasm on campus.
Well, right now I can't really know, but I don't really feel good about it. Neither will I say I feel too bad about it, because we just sort of arrived and then we don't really know much. We're now going to go through some orientations and stuff, so we won't really be able to tell its effects. But I'll just say we don't really feel too good about it, because like you just come to school and you just faced with a strike. It's not really the best option or a good feeling at all.
For freshers like us, and we have this sad experience now. They bust my mind. It means we have to like study on our own. That's what it means. So like we are pleading with the government to hear the cries of the lecturers so that they will like come back to lectures.
It's a very sad news to hear that on Monday our teachers were going on strike, our lecturers were going on strike. It's a very sad thing because our spirit that we came to the school with has been brought down. We don't know when the strike will be over. We'll go through some kind of pain, but God, we are hoping that the government should look forward to hear them and solve the problem quickly for us.
Many first-year students arriving on campus are not aware of the news of the strike by members of UTAG. For those who are in the known, they hope the strike does not continue for long to affect academic activities.
We can't cope. We can't. We can't. It means you have to go home. That's the best solution. Because staying here, it's not easy. It's not easy. The best thing for us to do, if it prolongs, the best thing for us to do is we have to go home. That's the only choice we have.
I hope that maybe, since it's indefinite, that means it can actually end any time, as long as they come to a concession or agreement with the teachers or something. So as long as they come to that agreement, it can end any time. So I'm just hoping it ends as soon as possible. Also not to really disrupt our studies or anything like that.
When I had a strike, I was a little bit sad. And it's like I was very downhearted because just coming to the school on the first week to see what is going on, and this has occurred. I felt a little bit sadness within me. That's what I felt. Yes, please.
Honestly, the prolongments, I don't think it's going to be prolonged. It's not going to be that long, because we look at history and looking at everything that's happened in the past, I don't think they can choose to just decide to not come to class and teach us, because if they do that, it will affect the school itself and the reputation of the school. I'm not sure the school would want something like that.
Management of KNUST says arrangements have been made to receive freshmen reporting on campus.
The university has made arrangements. The arrangements for the receiving of freshmen or fresh students still remains. Students have started arriving on first years have started arriving on campus. The university is expecting continuing students from the 15th.
According to UTAG, the strike is in response to the worsening conditions of service of university teachers and the government's failure to meet agreed timelines to address their concerns. In an interview with Citi News, the National Secretary of UTAG, Dr. Asari Asante-Ano, said in the interim, the government should, as a matter of urgency, restore their members to the 2013 interim market premium of 114% of basic salary.
In August, we had to call off the strike action in order for us to sit down with government, and we were given a 1-month period to negotiate. Unfortunately, nothing was really achieved, and so we were about to embark on another strike in October. Government sat us down, and then we talked, and some small success was achieved in terms of certain conditions of service that we were requesting. We call it the non-payroll allowance. But the main issue was still at stake. And so government said with the basic salary, which also affects our pension, it cannot talk about it, but they are working on a document which will address that issue. So we should be patient. And actually, our members are even saying that this is more like a dragging feet from the government, just not to pay what is due to the university teachers. And they believe that it cannot be accepted. And so the only language they believe government can understand is the strike action that we are embarking on Monday. Before the interim market premium was frozen, there was one that was working. So we are asking government to restore us to the interim market premium, 114% of the basic salary. And he can go ahead to do whatever he wants to do with the market premium. And whenever everything is finished and then they have implemented an appropriate percentage for the university lecturer, then they will roll us back to the one that they have finished. This has gone on for a very long time, and when there is a delay, the conditions of service keeps on worsening. And when you have a family that you have to take care of, or if you are paying rent, or you are even commuting to work and you have to pay transport, those people are not going to have mercy on you because government is working to get you something. If it keeps on delaying and dragging, already the situation on our campus is not good. And also, the academic calendar, if you remember, COVID and all of that has brought a lot of disruption. Yeah. So we are calling on government to really immediately look at these concerns and address them.
For the National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS, UTAG has demonstrated utmost good faith in negotiating with the government on matters relating to its condition of service. National President of NUGS, Yadom Bwachi, says it is high time the government met the demands of UTAG.
We still feel that in as much as we are recovering from the consequences of COVID-19, the government should at a point show some level of seriousness in settling the issues with UTAG. Yeah, because we called on them to go back to negotiations. We called on them to return back to classroom and see to it that learning and teaching continues, which they had to it. They had to our cry, they did that. But returning to negotiations, coming up with, when we read their release, we realized most of their concerns that they raised about 6 months ago, that was in August, have still not been addressed, have still not been adhered to. And on this note, we would have nothing to say to UTAG, but rather we would call on government and all institutions that do matter to, as a matter of urgency, take this issue of UTAG, their salaries, their allowances very serious and act on it as soon as possible.
Academic activities will be hit hard if the strike prolongs. Now, freshmen who are arriving on campus are hoping the strike by UTAG will not prolong to affect their academic activities. Hafiz Tijani, Citi News, KNUST, Kumasi.